Welcome back to EVO Stock Pace, guys. I'm Matt, and tonight for you I have EVBox Group to become public company via business combination with TPG Pace Beneficial Finance. Institutional investors, including funds and account managed by BlackRock, Inclusive Capital Partners, Newberg, Berman Funds, and Wellington Management, to invest additional $225 million of equity through private placement at closing. EVBox Group to be listed on the NYSE following close, expected late Q1 2021. TPG Pace Beneficial Finance Corp, NYSE, TPGY.U, TPGY, TPGY WS, TPG Pace, a publicly traded special purpose acquisition company, SPAC, formed by TPG that is focused on high growth companies with strong environmental, social, and governance (ESG) principles. Today announced it has entered into a definitive agreement with ENGIE New Business S.A.S, a wholly owned subsidiary of ENGIE S.A, a multinational utility with headquarters in France, to acquire its subsidiary EV Charged B.V, the company EVBox or EVBox Group, for a combination of cash and equity. EVBox is a leading global provider of smart charging solutions for electric vehicles, with Europe's largest installed base of charging solutions and the most advanced cloud-based software offering. I guess I will start reading these a little bit more for you guys, a little bit more in depth. Agreements and $350 million in cash held in TGP's Pace trust account. For over a decade, EVBox has been a pioneer in the electric vehicle charging industry, developing and launching innovative software propositions along with award-winning charging stations. We are now scaled for further global expansion to take on a leading role in the anticipated acceleration of EV adoption as we work toward a future where everyday transportation is electric, emission-free, and sustained by a clean charging infrastructure, said Christophe Verinogue, President and CEO of EVBox Group. The global support for this future is ever more evident as world leaders convene in 2 days for the Climate Ambition Summit to set even more aggressive national goals. Now that right there is what I highlighted that made me step away from my keyboard and just take that in, because when I was alerted this news by somebody else, and I read the article, I read that part right there. I got to that spot in the article and I was like, wow, that's a big deal. In 2 days we're doing this Climate Ambition Summit. So that's, well, tomorrow and then the day after. So that's why big money's getting in right now in leading up to this event, because they're anticipating a run up to the event. So what I would recommend we do is follow big money. So buy a dip, ride it out. Don't panic sell if it dips, because Tesla tanks and then the overall market tanks as a whole, because Tesla is going to carry a large weight soon, and indexes as a whole get affected when one of their tickers that carries a large weight of that index is down. Obviously that index as a whole is going to be down. So when Tesla is down, that index is going to be down. In my personal opinion, I've now swapped over to Tesla Quick Chart on my TOS setup. I go back from time to time to SPY, but I kind of like using Tesla as my new Quick Chart. I don't recommend doing that. It's kind of just a personal, like, just inside joke I have with myself. With our new partners at TPG, support from ENGIE, and a prestigious group of new investors, we anticipate being well positioned to help meet these goals by accelerating product development and providing end-to-end solutions with our expanding customer base, particularly in North America. So they want to expand to the United States. All right, there's more of this article that I could pump out for you, but like I'll just literally just read what I highlighted. With more than 190,000 charge ports across 70 countries. That was a big deal. The alliance ranging from 3 to 350 kilowatts, all served by mobility services offered through partners worldwide. EVBox is also a founding member of the Open Charge Alliance, and its offerings comply with all open charge point protocols. So they're already in compliance with all of these rules that are about to be potentially being brought at this Climate Ambition Summit. So for us to get in a good position to where we can scalp the upside, because that's basically my goal, is to just scalp the upside, and we'll get in as low as we possibly can and then just ride the wave. And when we see major trend reversals, obviously scale out, if not all, and then add at a later time when it's dropped down, whatever news catalyst might come our way. I can almost guarantee you at some point we're going to get hit with a short attack on this one. I can't remember the last ticker that I covered that didn't get a short attack at some point in their chart history at some point, because you just look at some of these tickers and analysts nowadays, I don't really want to get into speculative stuff, but like analysts just do the opposite of what they say. When they lower a price target, I add. When the stock does go down, I add, knowing that it's going to go back up depending on the sector that it's in, like the housing industry, rocket, AHT, like it did today. I wasn't surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. It's just the chart history just painted the picture. History tends to repeat itself, does it not? So with the way that the chart was on AHT, I just knew that because I traded the previous, if you go back in history on AHT and you look at that run that it did from 3 to 6, I played that entire run. I held through that entire run. And I studied the chart the whole way through. And I wrote things down, and I studied the things I wrote down, and then I paper traded it after hours on TOS, like usually sometimes is what I'm doing right now, is paper trading on TOS. Things that I've already traded and been successful on, so that I can be successful on them in the future as well, because these patterns reappear from time to time, if not constantly reappear. So the global support for this future is ever more evident as world leaders convene 2 days for the climate. I just said that. All right, so again, I'll post these articles. I think I said that every video so far I've read an article on. I'll post these articles, so if you want to read them, you can. I know I think I posted one at some point and we weren't able to get to it, but it is what it is. I was too busy looking at other stuff, potential swings, and I was kind of trying to figure out some new options plays. I posted all those, and I hope everyone banked on, if you didn't bank on MO, ticker symbol MO, on the January calls, I think they're good right now. They're a really good spot. My loss is your gain. I'm still going to hold. I'm not going to accept a loss on that. I'm actually not at a loss at all on that. I think I'm still up like 180%, 160%. But that's a really good one. Philip Morris, Marlboro, you got cigarettes, and they're doing marijuana stuff right now. And I personally think that we're gonna get packs of weedettes or cannabisettes instead of cigarettes. So I think that's gonna be something we're gonna see in the future. I think they're setting themselves up to where they can do those things. JKS, those options, I'm down 40 or I think like 160 on those, but again, those don't expire until next Friday, and I have a feeling that JKS is going to do pretty well. Same thing with Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola always seems to do well toward the end of the year. Check previous chart history around this time of the year. FCell, FCell is going to do extremely well. I'm very bullish on FCell. That's why I added calls. FSR added calls. I'm down on all my calls right now, just about all of them. The only one I'm not down on right now is SurveyMonkey. That's a really, really interesting ticker right there. Their options didn't really pick up until later on in the day, but I alerted a few people and let them know way ahead of time that those were something to look out for, because I was never down on those, hardly ever. I think I was down like a few dollars, and then I just kept adding, and all of a sudden it just picked up from 5 to 15 or 15 to 20 or point 0.2 to, and I think it's gonna go way up. SurveyMonkey is something I think is gonna do really well next year. I have calls for SurveyMonkey at what do I have? Let's see. SurveyMonkey. I have January 15th next year, 25 strike calls. P&L open was 46.52, and my P&L for the day was $45 on that one. I also added a YOLO, just one, just to see how it does for now, and then I'll probably scale into that one once it gets closer to expiry, because I think that's going to be a good play too, to be honest with you. I added a January 15th 21:30 call strike. So at one point I was actually up huge on that for like 15 seconds or something. I looked at it, it was like over 100%. I think it was, no, I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of the 25. The 25 is where it's at. I'm definitely doing good on that one. I'm actually down right now. P&L for the day, $20 on the 30 call. P&L open was down $2.16. So I was only down $1.52 on the 25 call for SurveyMonkey. The January 15th of next year strike. Ticker symbol MJ. I really think weed's gonna heat up, so I made a video about MJ. If you didn't get in by now, what are you doing? I added at 1420. 42 is my favorite number. If you've ever seen the movie, wow, let me get back to you on that. Something Galaxy. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If you've ever seen the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Number 42, that supercomputer, and those people traveled from the past, they went to the future or whatever, and the supercomputer, they wanted the answer to the life, the universe, and everything, and they said, the supercomputer said 42. That's the answer. And they're like, well, what does that mean? And she said, well, you have to know what the question is to understand the answer. And that was the end of that movie. They never got to build that computer to figure out the answer. I read all those books. They're fantastic books. I read them in high school, and they're really good. I still own them. I've read them a few times, and they're really good. That's why the number 42 is my favorite number. Elon Musk sent a Tesla to space, and it had "Don't Panic" on the dash. That is from the movie The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Just a quick little piece of info there for you. Fun fact. NNDM down $6. P&L at the open was 11. I've been scalping NNDM in the challenge account. RAVN is my top watch. It's my top stock. It's been keeping my account green. I love ticker symbol RAVN. I partially made a video of it. If you haven't gotten in Raven yet, what are you doing? STPK. I warned you that we were going to have issues with this stock. It consolidated though. I watched it today. I didn't add. It's consolidating. So it's doing what it should. I'm going to check it pre-market though tomorrow, STPK. I keep that on watch because I think there's a lot of potential upside on it as of now. Because whatever happened, that report, investigation, I believe that, nothing's come of it yet. We would have heard by now by seeing in price action, and we haven't seen that. It's been holding. It hasn't gone up or down though, so it's kind of neutral right now. But if we see bullish price action, I'm going to start adding to STPK. XONE. I was down $1.60 on the 40 shares at 11.69, or no, that was the mark. Trade price was 11.93. Oh, 14 cents above that. Okay, I don't like TOS. How they don't like refix the price for you. Yeah, I was down $40. P&L open. The open today was terrible, guys. Let me know in the comments how many of you guys panic sold. I mean, I was down $185 on JKS this morning at the bell. I ended the day not doing anything to that ticker, but walking away and doing some dishes and then folding some clothes. I ended the day down 40. So instead of taking a loss and panic selling at 180 something, 185, I held it because I have conviction in this position. That rhymed, and I didn't mean to do that, so that's just funny. CFII, alerted by John Paul Investing, another YouTuber that I watch. I mentioned him a few times. He's really good. I'd recommend you follow him. Add, like, subscribe to all his videos. He's the bomb. I love John Paul. He's the best. ALYI, EV motorcycle play, long swing, very long. Potential upside in the thousands of % if this gets listed. DKS, Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm actually break even on that today, guys. I was down $131.30 at the open today. Did I sell? Did I panic? No. I just walked away at the bell. I took like 15 minutes. I just walked off. It was bloody murder going on. It was crazy. That's algos and people knowing more than we know. Trying to short and scare people out of positions that they have conviction in. I have conviction in every single one of these positions right now, guys. Every single one. And to be honest with you, what I saw was sketch, because I knew yesterday, the positions that I entered in yesterday going into today were going to be fire positions next week. By the time that this vaccine from Pfizer came out, the news that we're going to get our vaccine after Canada just got theirs. It just, logic, psychology, all that stuff goes along with trading. I always said that psychology is like 90% of trading. The other part is doing this, or click on a mouse and knowing when to do it. Yes and no, up and down, buy low, sell high. Some people like to buy high and sell low. I don't know why, but they buy high and then they sell low. You're supposed to buy low and sell high. Buy low below VWAP, sell high above VWAP. Buy low below the 200 MA sometimes when you know that chart history and you judge your entry, and then swing that if you have to and ride it out, because the rubber band's going to pull back, but it depends on how much. It all depends on volume and time in sales, level 2, the ladder if you use TOS. It depends on a lot of stuff. News catalysts, market sentiment, what sectors are running today. You know, what were the pre-market runners today? Do you guys remember? Think about what those pre-market runners were. If they weren't runners yesterday, remember to look for them tomorrow, because I guarantee you at least half of them are going to be running tomorrow pre-market. It's just a pattern in these tickers that I see over and over again. The same ones keep coming up over and over and over and over. UAVS, NBAC, I mean, I can make a list. I could pull up a spreadsheet and show you a huge list of probably 200, 300, 400 tickers that I see consistently coming up every day. Whether it's a day on shorts, when it's a short day, when bears are winning, there are certain tickers that break through the bear traps and they continue to go up. And then there are days where it's bull runs where other tickers are usually doing pretty well, aren't doing well. But on a bear run, they're doing very well. Like, there's certain tickers that just follow a certain trend, and you gotta search those tickers out and identify that those are patterns that those specific tickers respond to in certain market conditions. Now, I'm gonna put you on some really good game right now on a ticker that I've traded for a little while now, and it's been doing very well for me. It is ticker SELB, Selecto Biosciences, and let me pull up some Robinhood data for you. It's the only reason why I like Robinhood is because the interface is just so clean. I'm not pumping Robinhood. I don't recommend anybody get Robinhood unless you like options and are really good with scalps and don't mind slippage. Now, Selecta Biosciences is now currently trading at $3.37, plus 14 cents today. After hours, now, with this ticker, if you're new to scalping, day trading, this is definitely something I recommend. I've said this for weeks now. I think over a month. Probably over 45 days, actually, in small caps. And among other rooms that I sometimes visit, I've mentioned SELB so many times to where I just don't even bother saying it anymore because nobody listens. There's a few people that do. And good for you, because I bet you've been banking on SELB. Okay, all I'm going to say is that on SELB is Harvard. All right, do your own DD on SELB, Harvard. Harvard. Dead Inside did a video on SELB, which is what originally alerted me to it. I did my own DD further. I watched the stock for a little bit, and then I eventually entered at $3.15. I sold at $3.30, and then I added again at $3.15, and then I sold at $3.30, and then I got cocky and I added at around $3.10, $3.11, and then I sold at like $3.34, and then I added again at around $3.10, $3.11, and then I sold at $3.30, $3.34, and I did the same thing over and over and over. Check the chart history. Look back the last 30 days on SELB. There were days when it broke out above 40, where I was thinking today's going to be the day where this dormant monster finally breaks through. Keep SELB on your watch list, guys, because I have a feeling that this is going to be the next SPI, WWR, or whatever it is. Bios are hot right now, and SELB is one of those bios that has yet to have its run. Trust me on this. It is being kept down for some reason because somebody is acquiring and somebody else is doing something. I'm not aware of everything in the market. I don't really know how all the ins and outs and how everything works. 100% of everything. I'm not an expert of experts or a guru, but I do what I do and I see what I see. And in SELB, I see a very strong potential upside. Now, that's a matter of how long are you willing to hold, but for me, currently, I'm still day trading it. I love scalping it. It opened this morning at 320, it closed at 337. Now, if you look yesterday on the 9th, December 9th, 316 to the 330, whatever it was, and over here, 315, 316, all the way to 328. Down here, 323, and a little bit further up, 332. It trades in a range, guys. it trades in a really consistent range from 3 to 342. 42. There's my number again. 42. Now, 41, 42, 42, 42, 420, 1420. It's a pattern that I've been seeing in the market a lot lately. It's weird, right? Weeds popping off. We see a lot of tickers getting that 666 where that's a resistance or a support or a wall. Like, it's just, it's weird. The numbers I see numbers weird sometimes, and I've been seeing a lot of 42s and 1420s and issues we have with some of these tickers that we trade, and I feel like it's a sign that weed's gonna explode soon. That's why I bought MJ, and I was looking at SAMA, which is another weed SPAC, and then there was another one that IPO'd, Weed Maps. They had news today, and I didn't get in that one, but I watched it on my challenge account, and I didn't get in on it to show you guys some really good gains, because I was holding all of these options because I plan on trying to grow this account quickly by the end of this year to show some good progress for you. But JKS, I have these O calls. These are down a lot right now. Down 65% on these. But that's what I mean. Like, I was down 80 something percent the other day. That Tesla spread. I was down big on the Tesla spread. But I didn't sell. And Oracle, 65 calls. The MO calls, I was up. At one point I was up 166%. No. I was up way more than that. Oh no, it was Rocket. I didn't sell. I still have my Rocket calls for next week because I think ticker symbols like AHT, RKT, they are going to go up because of the vaccine news. The housing market is going to go up, I think. You know, people are desperate to want to go back into restaurants and shop and go to the movie theaters. And once we get this vaccine and all these people got stimulus checks, like, we're going to see a boom. Everyone's going to want to buy Tesla or whatever it is. Whatever these blue chips are, they're going to want to buy them. So we're going to see a massive run-up, and then we're going to see a massive pullback. And then hopefully they'll consolidate in between that range and then maybe go up again. But as I see it right now, we're going to get a huge run-up once the vaccine news comes out, and then we're going to get a huge pullback too. But that's just big money getting in early, doing the right thing, and then getting out when they're up big. Whereas I'd rather swing trade some of these stocks when they're down low, scale out like half, take a little bit of profit, and then let the rest ride. Take that big L with no stop loss and then add more down low, like I've been doing with NNDM. Just scale a little bit off the top, take a little bit of profit off the top, and then when it gets low again, just add more. A few days later, like 2 or 3 days later, NNDM drops, add more. And then when it's up top again, to scalp a little, like, you know, off the top. And then there you go. That's what's been working for me on these swings. A lot of them that I'm very bullish on. Other than that, guys, I went over the article. CFII, VUZI, VUZI. Keep these on your watch list. I added TUSK after hours today. I added UTSI after hours today. I added CGIX, Cancer Genetics. I think this is something that's going to go. Cancer Genetics is going to go. I really, really think they will go. CGIX, keep that on watch. BOXL, Money Printer alerted to that. Crypto Guru. Boxlight is at 187 right now. It's at that murder number, and it's gonna go. It's gonna kill shorts. If you're short Boxlight, you're gonna get murked because Boxlight's about to go. They have earnings soon, really soon, and if you look at a 5-year chart, it dropped. It started at 9 and it dropped. And it's, if you look at that chart, it's curling. Chart's curling. And it's about to be on its way up. So if you got in Boxlight early, great. My average cost on this Robinhood is a penny under the current price, and I added yesterday. So what I should have done was added more, but I didn't. It is what it is. I'm up a total of 0.1%. So, or total return. Today's return was 0.1%. Total return is 0.31%. But ticker symbols like XONE and Raven, if you're planning on holding these swings, I think there's going to be a huge run up tomorrow. I might sell on the pop if it's big enough. If it gaps over to 2 and then over to 3 even, then I'll sell, obviously. But like, if it doesn't hit 3 for me, I might hold on to it. We'll see. I like Boxlight though. I did a little bit of DD on it. It's pretty legit. They educational technology company develops, sells, services, interactive classroom solutions for the global education market. Yada yada yada. Do your own DD. I'm just kidding. Other than that, let me know in the comments if you guys think I should do something different, or if I should go over something else. I think I did pretty well explaining Wookiee on live today, and I'll probably do a video explaining the Hulk indicator soon. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't really think it needs a video. If you think I do need to do a video on it, let me know. I will have no problem doing one of those for you guys. And TUSK, SVMK, SurveyMonkey. Again, I mean, just pull up today's chart on SurveyMonkey. Beautiful. Gap 21, closed at 22.35. Up 4.71%. Up $1 today. Exactly $1 today. Love SurveyMonkey. I think they've got a lot of potential upside. But it's a 90% buy and a 10% hold right now on Robinhood. They engage in the provision of survey software products. Its people-powered data platform enables organizations of any size to have conversations at scale to deliver customer, employee, and market insights. The company was founded by Ryan Finley in 1999 and is headquartered in San Mateo, California. The listed name for SVMK is SVMK Inc. Common stock. They've got 1,220 employees. I think it's a pretty good company. I followed it for a while. I never entered a trade until the other day. I picked options, calls next year. With that, I hope everyone was green today. I hope everyone traded well, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a good night.